What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today the fans will always be heard. Neil Cuckman, Naughty Dog, and all of the far left losers that are obsessed with pushing their identity politics into video games, entertainment, or whatever. All of the weirdos that are constantly obsessed with tearing down the male character to make the female character look better, yada, yada, yada. This has happened over and over and over again. With The Last of Us, this could be a breaking point for the video game industry. And as you know, Naughty Dog and Sony, along with their partner in crime, Muso TNT Limited, have been silencing the fans for their opinions. Because if your opinion is not what they want it to be, they think you need to be silenced. And they have silenced people all over the internet simply for having an opinion, myself included. They struck me down for a live stream where I showed no copyright material at all. Yet, because I shared an opinion they didn't like, they false flagged me, taking down my live stream, taking away my ability to live stream, and leaving my channel in limbo with the potential for it to be deleted, all because they couldn't take a different opinion. Well, now The Last of Us Part 2 is here, and the fans are speaking their minds, and it is a beautiful thing to witness. It's an absolutely beautiful thing to witness. So here we are over on Metacritic. Now, as you can see, the shill media eating this game up, 95 on the Metascore on Metacritic, because of course they were going to give it this because it has the woke agenda that they want. So games journalists who have absolutely no credibility, just like movie critics have no credibility anymore. Once upon a time, I did genuinely look forward to the Rotten Tomatoes scores and the Metacritic scores for movies. It was really entertaining and really fun to, look at what everyone else was saying and kind of gauge what the response is on the movies or the games. But the entire industry has been completely compromised by identity politics and people that have gotten involved with journalism that are not worried about games being good or bad or movies being good or bad. They're more worried about, do these games and movies have the agenda that I want? And if they're progressive enough, then we will give them a high score. That is what games journalist has become. So you cannot trust what these people say. But if you look at that beautiful 3.4 user score, that is what I'm talking about right there. Now, the fans have spoken. Now, let's be clear, okay? There is almost 11,000 ratings right now. We understand that probably the majority of those people have not played the game. I fully understand that. And there are going to be people that are going to try to create a certain narrative to say, oh, well, this has just been compromised, and, people, you can't take it seriously, yada, yada, yada. This is how movie reviews have always been from the user standpoint. It has always been a lot of trolling. What you have to look at is look beyond the fact that there are people trolling and look at look at the number of people that are passionate about a particular side of the argument. And as you see, whether you can agree or disagree with fans trolling this review score or not, the reality of the situation is enough people have felt passionate and upset about the decisions made within this game to go over there and to voice their displeasure. You have upset your fan base. If you go look at the uploads for the scenes on YouTube without any commentary involved, there's just an upload of the specific scenes in this game and what transpires with certain characters. If you look at that, look at the like to dislike ratio on those videos. It's bad. It is completely ratioed. It is completely negative. And that is because the fans of this franchise do not like the choices that have been made. They don't like the fact that you've pushed agenda. They don't like the fact that Neil Cuckman has decided that this was the hill he wanted to die on for social justice. They don't like the fact that Anita Sarkeesian got involved. They don't like the disrespect to characters like Joel. They don't like the disrespect to the male characters in general, because Joel's biggest crime is that he was a straight white male. That was his biggest crime. That was it. He was a well-beloved straight white male. And in 2020, you can't be a straight white male. And trust me, guys, Gay guys, they're coming for you too, because the Oppression Olympics will always come for you. The Oppression Olympics will always eat you alive. This is how the game is played in the Oppression Olympics. You are only one thing away from being canceled with the Oppression Olympics. So the fans are frustrated, rightfully so. They are being heard, and I do believe that the fallout for this game is going to be on the level of a Game of Thrones Season 8, on the level of a Last Jedi. That's what we're heading for with this stupid, terrible, pathetic excuse for a game. And look, you read the leaks, and it's one thing, okay? And it's really bad. And then you actually see the details of the leaks, and it gets even worse. Then you actually witness it on screen, and it goes even beyond that. But playing it probably takes it an even higher level of horrific. So time will tell, but I am of the mindset that this game will sell very well in the beginning. I'm of the mindset that there's a lot of people, rightfully so, they wanted to, avoid spoilers. They wanted to experience the game without being influenced by anyone else, and I totally can appreciate that. But once those people do experience this game, I do believe that this is going to cause a major, major uproar and controversy. We already are dealing with it in a lot of ways, but once the majority of people actually play this game, it's going to be really, really bad. And as I've said many times, Naughty Dog, Neil Cuckman, and everyone involved with silencing the fans, you all deserve it. Because you cannot strike people down for having an opinion. You have abused the copyright system across the board on multiple platforms. You have struck down my Twitter account because I shared a Scott Steiner meme that you didn't like. And I'm going to continue to share that Scott Steiner meme. You can't stop me. You can stop me from doing it on Twitter, but you can't stop the internet from sharing it. It's out there. You have created this. I will repeat what I've said many times. You started the fire, and you've continued to pour gasoline on the fire, making it substantially worse. You brought this on yourselves. You have no one to blame but yourselves. And as the classic victims that you will be, you will try to shift the blame. You will try and blame other people. But at the end of the day, the fans will be heard, and you will be exposed for the hypocrites that you are. I cannot believe this is happening. I mean, it's even worse than we imagined. Right now we're at a 3.4 user score. It's going to get worse. And again, to clarify, I understand that a lot of those people haven't even played the game, but they are voicing their displeasure, showing how upset you have made people. People don't go onto movie reviews or video game reviews and review bomb games or movies that they don't care about. They only go there to voice their displeasure for something that you have destroyed with your creative choices, with your woke agenda. That's how this needs to be viewed. This doesn't need to be viewed in the fact that, well, people are just review bombing and it hurts my feelings. It's much bigger than that. If you have half a brain, you can realize that. People don't go review bomb games and movies that they don't care about. They go to find things that they're passionate about, and they let their voices be heard. I'm a big Christopher Nolan fan, and Christopher Nolan fans are, in my opinion, probably the most rabid movie director fan base that we have. Christopher Nolan fans have review bombed his movies over and over again to make the score higher than it probably really is, much like something like The Dark Knight Rises. Now, again, I'm still a fan of The Dark Knight Rises. I very much love The Dark Knight Rises. I recognize the problems, and it's probably Nolan's weakest film. But Nolan fans are crazy. We are crazy, and I will fully own that. And Nolan fans have gone over to places like IMDb and review bombed it to in a positive way. This has been happening for years. It's like the media only wants to highlight it when it's negative, but positive and negative review bombing has been happening for a long time. This is nothing new. You never highlight it when Nolan fans will positively review bomb one of his movies. Because why? Because you can't build the narrative around that. But it's been happening. This is all about passion. If you make people passionate about something, if you have done something that makes them want to have their voices heard in numbers of hundreds and thousands, then you're doing something that's getting a reaction, regardless if that reaction is positive or negative. The Last of Us, Neil Cuckman, Naughty Dog has done a lot to get a negative reaction, and they deserve every single bit of it. You guys let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Also, geeksandgamers.com. Please go visit our website, geeksandgamers.com. We have just rebranded. Rebrand is probably the wrong word, but we have redesigned our entire website. We have now, it's a lot more user-friendly. You can create a profile. You can get into the forums. We have Geek Points where you can earn points by activity. We also have a premium membership where you're going to get exclusive access, and we're in the early stages of launching this website. It's only been live for about a week. We know we still have problems to work through. There is a report issue at the bottom of the screen. It's a red button. Please utilize that function. That information goes directly to our webmasters, and we will work hard to correct the problem. I know my webmasters have already closed out over 100 tickets of issues that people have been reporting, and we will continue to improve your experience. Just give us time. Understand we're a small, company of a few unbelievable individuals, and I'm lucky enough to have some awesome people on my team, but it's going to take us time to correct all these issues, but we will. The more support the website gets, the more resources I can put behind it. So thank you guys. Have a great day. Thank you very much for checking out this video. Solo lost money. Raylos are weird. Fuck Naughty Dog. And we will talk to you later.